look at this excitement going on. Finally, I'm getting my fields tiled. Look at them go. Laying pipe. Don't really know anything about it, but they're laying pipe. So I guess we're gonna get some action and get going. Well, I hope that you guys enjoyed the tiling show. So, fun fact on that is we did not pay for it. The landlord wanted it done, so he was the one that fronted the money to get tiling done. Because if you look at farming in 2025, the goal is to make enough money or not go in debt enough that you're still able to farm in 2026 is the goal. That's why you see us on this planer not putting a lot of new stuff on there, because you know planer parts are expensive.
From Central City, Kentucky, the home of True Vine Farms, the one and only Farmer King.
Welcome back today, guys. Thank you guys for stopping in on today's video. Look at our little trailer here. We got our little gas bottle right here. We got our welder. We got an extension cord, and we got some gloves and a hood. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to weld. Now, fun fact, for the ones of you who don't understand, you see these bottles right here? This has carbon dioxide in it. And this is what we use on our MIG welder. It's the gas that protects the weld and all that. But you see this cap right here? Well, on the inside we unscrew this cap and it's got a valve. And if this valve, like if we were to drop this bottle and this valve got broke off or busted or whatever, this thing will literally take off like a rocket. And most of you probably do know that it does. But for the ones you don't know is, don't bust the valve off, because it's going to take off like a rocket. And I've seen videos where these things have enough force they go through concrete walls. So I don't know about you, but I'm definitely not made of a concrete wall. I am pretty muscular though, but not like a concrete wall muscular. So I'm pretty sure she'll go right through me, and probably you guys as well. Well, here we go. We've made it back over here to the guy's house where we own half the planer with, where our planer is currently sitting and being maintained. Well, not really maintenance, very large upgrades on it. Well, I say large upgrades, and I think that our budget, and it's not very large at all. But that's besides the point. Get this crap unloaded. We did make it. We did indeed make it all the way here, the half mile down the road, without launching a rocket into NASA, or not NASA, space. So, yeah, I guess there's nothing to it but to do it and get to work. I guess I gotta start grinding. So the first job we have going on here with the welder is, it's actually pretty cool because we've been using our minds. Well, I say we. My dad spent about an hour and a half yesterday here looking at rows 7 and 6 right here on how to mount our liquid fertilizer that has the 2 ends that come out back here. Here's option 1, where we have hoses zip tied together and they just flop out here, and you see all the mess we have going on here. Option 2, this is This is what we came up with. Is we'll run our hose, comes down from up there. It'll be zip tied right here. We'll run a rubber hose on the outside, keep from rubbing. And today I bought a whole bunch of 1/4-inch bolts. And what we're going to do is we're going to take those bolt heads and weld to the back here. And see how this is going to look where we have the 2 Ys. And we'll put some hose on the end here. And then they'll be mounted just like that. And you may ask why we're doing this. You can buy a kit that bolts on. It's all stainless steel kit that comes on. $60 a roll. So take $60 times 16. And, well, I bought the whole box of bolts cheaper and nuts together was cheaper than $60. So, yeah, we're going to do this instead. I have put on all the road cleaners that I can so far. So, fun fact, on our push units, which will be our bean rows, we took our Martin road cleaners off of our double treble planer, which will be for sale eventually. It's just, we ain't had time to fool with getting it listed for sale yet. But that only gave us 13. So we still got to find 2 more for right there. And then we found a good deal on some used ones that mount a different way for $1,000. So for 16 of these were $1,000, and they are also Martin road cleaners. If you want to buy a brand new Martin road cleaner, sort of like the ones up front there, brand new, they're $825 a piece. And you have to times that times 16 rows to where we paid $1,000 for these. And it was covered 16 rows. So that is why we bought used. Yes, they are very tight in the bearings, so I really hope we don't have bearing trouble, but hopefully some fresh grease and them moving around will fix that, because they have sat outside for quite a while. We got the welder over here, so we're going to start mounting liquid fertilizer tanks on there. We got our John Blue pump we got to put on here, and then I know we got a crack to weld up front here. And then we still got closing wheels and stuff to mess with. But slowly but surely, we are taking it down the list of stuff we still have to do to this thing. I mean, you got to be kidding me. This is the one bolt I set the camera up to film me tightening, and the bushing won't go in. The bushing shattered, and every other one has slid right in, tightened right up, except this one, the one I decided to film. I mean, there. One bushing later, one wrecked bolt later, I finally got it to go on after I hammered the new bushing in the hole. Welcome to farming, guys. That was a struggle. What we're looking for is these closing wheels have to be in line, how they close the trench, so they gotta be in line with the seat openers. And with these eccentric bushings, they are off center. So I can take this wrench and turn it right here, and it moves the closing wheel bracket from side to side to align. And there's probably a proper way to align them, but we're doing the good old method with our eyeballs. So, I think that one looks pretty good. This roll right here, so we're going to tighten her up and call her good. Would you look at here? We finished all the roll cleaners, or I did, and I told them I'm done. You can adjust all the adjustment things.
It's going okay, except for the one you hit with a hammer and knocked the
knob off. Well,
knob off.
Now we got a nice sturdy nut that will probably never break.
No, it spins.
Oh, well, see, I told you we got these roll cleaners for a really good deal, but these are adjustable roll cleaners, while our other ones are just floaters.
Well, they can adjust.
They can adjust, but it's a lot more in depth. Where this is just a knob you turn, and it seems that all the knobs have been rusted up a little bit, so we've had to go through and lubricate all the adjustment things. Why we choose to put these on the cornrows that are underneath the frame? When
we thought that these would adjust better, because the other ones you had to use an impact. And so we thought that we would do better with these. Did you show them our engineering?
What engineering?
On our 2x2.
Yeah, I did. I've just now started putting the pieces on right now.
Yeah, we'll show them what we came up with.
The melted
Master engineers.
I know. I told them that we bought the bolts cheaper.
See, if some engineers would go out in the field and actually work on what they engineer, things might be easier to work on.
Yeah. You think I can become an engineer when I grow up?
Sit in the desk and draw it up and let somebody else figure out how to work on it.
Sounds good to me. Now, do you see that great engineering right there? I mean, that's pretty much what a professional does, right? I mean, sure, the welds could look better, and the machine probably could have been running better last night, but that's not my fault. But the main importance is hopefully we can plant at least 3 acres before we break one. Because on our last planter, we planted about 2 acres, and one broke.
Well, we only made it 300 feet.
Oh, well, maybe it's 3, instead of 3 acres, it's 300 feet.
I like my design.
What do you mean? This design's way better than whatever this zip-tied mess is.
This is easily removed. You have to have tools. Mine, you can just yank on it real hard, and it's gone.
Guys, on this new fresh day of working on the planter. Today's project, look, we have a different welder here. We got our little, I guess you call it a rebel welder. It does all 3, TIG, MIG, and stick. And we got our pump hanging right there with our shop crane. You know how like some farmers have a nice big crane in their ceiling? Yeah, well here's ours right here. And then, so here's the plan to mount our John Blue pump. We got these 2 pieces of angle iron tacked right here. So I'm going to take our stick welder, weld a bead on the inside on both ones. And then we already got our hose drilled, and then we're just going to set the pump down right here on the angle iron, and she'll be done. And that's top sprocket right over here. That one right there. We'll be running a chain over to this side, which will drive the pump, and then the pump's all squared away, and we got our first tank of 4 mounted on the planter yesterday. We got another set of brackets, a tank like that to mount, and then we got 2 yellow ones on the floor that we're going to have to build mounts for. Now, I am very inexperienced when it comes to stick welding. I've done it a little bit, but not a lot compared to MIG. So hopefully this goes well. And the good thing about this is the welds are on the inside, so my father cannot see them once I put the pump on. you guys for watching this video. Hope they enjoy it. Remember, faith, family, farm. See you in the next one.